Hello and welcome back to Night Call. This is a story about nothing, or at least I haven't gotten anything out of the story so far. We're looking for the Angel of Death, and we need to hear some information that leads us to him, I think. But that first fare was none too helpful. I'm a little bit nervous about deciding which. Well, they're both about the same distance. This guy looks suspicious. I don't know where they're going to, though, when I pick them until I click on them. This guy's. Oh my god. I refuse. Oh, you get new people. Okay. Guy wanted to go way too far. Oh my god. Please let me find. Oh, what? Door suddenly opens and a woman gets in the back seat. Having a good night? For a second, you freeze. We're gonna recognize one of the cops working on the Angel of Death's case. She grins at you. Her voice creaks. You remember seeing her at the hospital. Something already bothered you about her. You know, it's actually pretty crazy. For weeks I've been saying to myself, there's something off about you, something not so nice. I dug around, mulled it over, bugged all my fellow cops about it, because I was sure you lied to us. Let her keep going. She has a cold sneer on her face. I'm going to be frank with you. She leans over you. I don't see how you could be the Angel of Death. What? I got attacked. What leads her to believe this, I wonder? Well, that staggering staging just doesn't seem like your thing. Too ridiculous for a cab driver. She squints. She's trying to make you out from far away. Like you'd have done the extent of hurting yourself. No. That's just stupid. Yeah, between us, it's a bit of a stretch. She stares at you. But not enough of a stretch for my chief to stop going on and on about you. Seriously, he talks about you all the time. If I didn't know better, I'd think he had a crush on you. She smirks. No, I think there's more interest in your profile in prison at 17. An icy chill fills your gut. And for murder, too. Oh, really? You open your mouth, but nothing comes out. Since you got out, you've been kept a low profile. You're lying about your name and your address, I checked. It's normal, you'd say, if they got word of your time served, no loan for your permit, no lease for your car, meaning no second chance at life. Her voice becomes softer, almost warm. I personally like guys who want a second chance. No, I like guys who fight for a second chance. Basically, I like guys who are willing to work for me. She leans forward, her shining, cat-like eyes narrowing. My chief wants to go to the prosecutor with a first and last name, with evidence. Actually, knowing him, he's not so hot on evidence. So, I'll give you info, victim, suspects, medical reports, some photos that are a bit... She makes a gagging noise. You have to be discreet. Keep it between you and me. Interrogate, ask questions, dig around. I'm not a cop, lady. She shrugs. Don't worry, you're already keener than half the squad. And don't forget, I'm not asking you to make an arrest and deliver the killer wrapped up in a bow in front of the station, okay? You're no Batman. You're just here to get me more information. She rummages around her pockets for what seems like forever. Here, take my card. I'll call you in 3-4 days, check in, we'll chat. And I'll let you know if I have any new info. Takes on a whatever, paternalistic tone. Like she was giving you a list of recommendations for the 100th time. Don't get caught, don't get arrested. Also, I wouldn't recommend trying to leave Paris. I know what you look like and I know who your friends are. You can either be the solution or the problem, my friend. It takes a minute to scan your face, your emotions. If I have to, I'll go check on you-know-who. Her smile is biting. That reminds me, she know we've done time? You shake your head. She snickers. Don't laugh at me. Oh, my little dirtbag, you cover your tracks well. I did what I could. He doesn't say much. Yeah, if you say so. She sighs in a tired, exaggerated way. Don't try to mess with me, man. If things don't go well, I'll turn you in. I'll send your picture to all my friends in the media and every asshole in Paris. Picture with a name on it, your real name. Anyone close to you will have their place searched. They'll be put on under house arrest, spend nights in jail. You have any idea how tense things are with that fucker's trial underway? You sigh. You know just what she's trying to get at. Come to think of it, your last names are almost the same. You could be brothers, actually. Nothing like that terrorist or nothing like that son of a bitch. Not much difference. I say son of a bitch. She smiles. Let me tell you, with the face of yours and your handle, they'll welcome you with open arms. You have no right. I know we have no right. She takes on a serious, businesslike tone. I want to catch the killer personally. I want to drag him to the court. Ruin his fucking life with a bang. I can't botch this case, you got me? And neither can you, right? Obviously. You've threatened me enough. I understand. Well, great then. So you see eye to eye. So you could just... You're my informant. You could say you're my informant, my CI. You ripped open your gut, saw your own insides. You were in a coma. Yeah, you had plenty of reason to want to get back at him. She furrows her brow. Yeah, I think you're actually going to do what I tell you. You investigate, ask questions, listen to all the rumors, and you come up with a list of suspects. She lays her hand on the door handle and freezes. Oh, right. I don't get fired. And don't get fired. Without this cab, you're worth nothing to me. You glare at her. I don't want to get fired. I probably shouldn't call her a bitch. She puts her hand up, and you can hear the words behind it. This conversation never happened. Oh, she's saying this conversation never happened. I'll make sure you get more intel tomorrow. I'll find a way until then. Not a word to anyone, obviously. Not a word. Door opens, squeaks, and slams shut. Fucking bitch. I'd call her a bitch after all. You sit alone for a while, teeth clenched, dry eyes, ears buzzing. Shit. On the back seat, the cop left a pile of papers. Shit. Key in the ignition, motor running. Radio on, crackles. You turn it off and start driving. Talking to passengers might unlock new documents and clues for your investigation. You'll find them back at your studio after your shift. Okay. So all this stuff, all the clues that I find, I unlock some. All the clues that I find will be available to me at the end of the day. So I can look through them, I guess. But what am I doing? I'm assuming that's me. Oh, I'm putting all the clues together. Take a second to enjoy the silence of your studio apartment. Outside, the city is slowly waking up. You can still hear the hum of the taxi buzzing in your ears. Throw the files Busset gave you on the table. On the wall, you hung up the big corkboard where you used to pin up photos of your nephews. That's convenient to have a big corkboard like that just lying around. They've been gone since you got out of... Plan is simple. Jot down all these pieces of evidence and connect them to the suspects. The guilty party won't necessarily be the one with the most evidence against them. but the one with the most compelling evidence against them. It's like you're building a story about each suspect, trying to understand their motives, understand how he or she got into this situation. Bus goes by, making the walls shake. You sigh and get to work. Who's Herb? Herb is whatever. I thought there was 5. I guess it was 3. Killer. I'll go this way. Hold to investigate. Whoops. 2 clues discovered. Oh, there's more of them? What's going on? How do I look at the clues? All I can do is select them, and then they go away. New clue. Oh, there's the clues up there. Check the board. There we go. I got it now. Pierre Mendera's Herb. I hope I'm saying that right. Gilda. Apollonie. Jonas Pearson. Murder rituals. She's a source a cop. Garlic in her hand. Victim 2 had garlic in her hand. How does that relate to her, I wonder? How do they get these? Oh no, wait. It's relating to everyone except for this guy. That's... I don't understand that. Study of many break-ins. That doesn't really help. Left spare key under door. That doesn't help either. Break-ins for crime scenes 1 and 3. That seems very suspicious. Slit throat, words written in blood, blood missing. If the blood's missing, how do they know? Oh, they've written in blood. Okay. Blood is missing. Victim 2 open door to killer. Alright. I don't get the murder rituals either. Let's end the night, shall we? See what the next day has in store for us. Hopefully, with heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. You pull open the sofa bed, which unfolds with an unpleasant creak. You collapse onto the mattress. This guy is really poor, but I guess being taxi driver is probably not very lucrative. Is that 4:10? What time it is? Why is there a bar going down? That's just related to the time, I guess. Events of the day run through your head. Streets, the passengers, their faces, their problems. I only had like 1 passenger last time. You open one eye. Start whistling. Some song that's been in your head since you woke up, though you don't know why. I get that from time to time. I get that a lot, actually. I wonder why. It's going to be a long night. I thought I just woke up. Get up quickly. A few minutes later, you're outside your studio. I guess it's going to be a long night. Oh, gas. I got plenty of gas. But it's good that I have a place to go for gas. Ah, that guy again. I don't really want to talk to that guy again. His story wasn't super interesting, and it didn't help us any. Everybody wants to go far, far away. I guess I'll have to accept at some point. But I'm worried about running out of gas and money. People exiting a downtown theater. 2 passengers climb into your cab. They look a lot alike, no doubt a mother and son. Their faces have the same sweet expression in their eyes, too. They say hello to you. The mother gives you an address and you start the cab. You look in the rearview mirror. Something seems to be bothering them. With a little smiley face. Gotta be good, right? What did you see? Is that me? Yeah. She looks at her son, wondering if she should answer. An opera. Very beautiful opera. My son's favorite. He doesn't dare look up. Maybe not his favorite? He's already a huge fan of opera at his age. She gives you a faint smile as if the conversation's over. Say nothing and focus on the road. It's not very late. There's still a lot of cars out. Traffic is slow. A few minutes later, she starts speaking to her son, her voice quiet, apologetic. I've been thinking about what you said, and I want you to know I love you. I didn't know what to say in there. I was surprised. I suspected it, but we can talk about it later if you want. Do you want to talk to your father? Pause. You cast a glance in the rearview mirror, but you are concentrated on the road. No, not right away. Another pause. I'm worried he'll take it badly. She jumps in almost immediately. I didn't take it badly, you know? Why is he speaking through her speech bubble and her name? Sylvain? I know, Mom, I know. She glances at you. Do nothing. Mother clears her throat. I love the opera. It was absolutely beautiful, and you're right. I did know that piece. The one about the flowers. I think it's the son talking here, but unless I'm missing the name, I have to pay more attention. The speech bubble should go from him, though. Flower duet. Oh, they do have different names. Jeez, they're just very, very similar. Okay, I don't know which one's which, though. Yes, magnificent. It was used for an airline ad. Maybe I just won't do a voice. They exchange a fleeting glance. You know, I'm proud of you, really. He sighs. Mom, there's nothing to be proud of. Yes, there is. I mean, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm sure you're going to turn out to be a beautiful person. He sighs again. Mom, what are you talking about? That makes no sense. Being practically spits out the word. Gay doesn't make you a nice person. Doesn't make you beautiful or intelligent or anything at all. But it does make you honest. No, not even that. It has nothing to do with honesty. It's like saying being blonde means you're honest. You know what? That's not what I meant. I'm sorry you don't want to understand me. I'm just trying to tell you I'm happy that you... She nods her head and then starts over. Oops. I only hope you don't regret talking to me about it. He rolls his eyes, getting impatient. Of course I don't. Why would I regret it? I'm just a little nervous, that's all. I think I didn't know what to expect. Is that why you don't want to talk to you about your father? I don't want to talk about Dad because he isn't going to understand. I wanted him to come to the opera tonight. He'd prefer to stay home. She lets out a short laugh. Not really his cup of tea, you know? He's not at all amused. Well, I would have liked him to come anyhow. He never makes an effort for me, or for you, that matter. That's enough. I've already told you, you're too hard on your father. The teenager withdraws. He works hard. He doesn't have a lot of free time. Spends all of his free time playing tennis. He needs to relax. His work is very stressful. He's short-tempered and preoccupied, but doesn't mean any harm. Pause. He has no problem with homosexuals, you know. Teenager can't help saying through the clenched teeth. I would hope so. Mother is reluctant to talk. The glistening in her eyes is hard to make out. Sometimes you forget we aren't from the same generation. We grew up in another era. Your father grew up in a house. He finishes the sentence for her. I know, without a TV, without a radio, and without internet, right? The conversation they've had before, both passengers sigh. The cab is nearing their address. I can talk to him if you want. No, absolutely not. I'll talk to him myself when I feel like talking to him. Fine, but I just want you to know I'm there for you if you need me. I know. She stares at him for a second or two without speaking. Come on, cut it out. It's embarrassing. I'm happy, that's all. I want to remember tonight. I know you during the opera. I saw you during the opera. You never even looked at the stage. Of course I didn't. You seem happy. I was relieved. No, it's going to make you mad, but I'm so proud of you. Adolescent sighs. Pull up to a modern building. The teenager gets out immediately. There we go. We'll call that an episode. Hope you enjoyed. These will probably not come out very often, but I'll keep doing them as long as I enjoy them. So, till next time. Bye.